Cash incentives for babies, a controversial solution. Governments concerned about declining birth rates are increasingly considering cash incentives to boost populations. These policies, often dubbed baby bonuses, aim to alleviate the financial burden of parenthood and encourage couples to have more children. However, the idea of paying women to have babies is deeply controversial, raising ethical and practical concerns. While proponents argue that financial incentives can make a real difference in affordability, critics question their effectiveness and long-term impact. The debate centers on whether having children is a personal choice or a societal obligation. Opponents of cash incentives argue that they treat women's bodies as instruments of state policy, undermining their autonomy and reproductive rights. Furthermore, critics point out that financial concerns are only one factor in family planning decisions. Access to affordable childcare, education, and healthcare, along with broader societal support for working parents, play a significant role in determining family size. Proponents of cash incentives often cite the economic benefits of a larger workforce and a larger tax base. They argue that the upfront costs of such programs would be offset by long-term economic growth. However, this argument ignores the complex realities of population growth and economic development. A sudden surge in births could strain existing resources, leading to shortages in housing, education, and healthcare. The economic shortcomings of baby bonuses. While cash incentives might seem like a quick fix for declining birth rates, a closer look reveals significant economic limitations. Studies have shown that such programs often have a negligible impact on long-term fertility trends. The financial rewards, while welcome, are often insufficient to offset the substantial costs of raising a child, particularly in developed countries with high living costs. Moreover, cash incentives tend to have a short-term effect, leading to a temporary spike in births rather than a sustained increase. Couples may simply adjust the timing of their pregnancies to take advantage of the financial benefits, without actually having more children overall. This tempo effect undermines the stated goal of boosting the birth rate over the long term. Furthermore, focusing solely on cash incentives ignores the broader economic context that influences family planning decisions. Factors such as job security, wage stagnation, and the rising cost of living play a more significant role in shaping people's choices about having children. Addressing these underlying economic anxieties is crucial for creating an environment where families feel financially secure enough to have children. Instead of short-sighted cash handouts, governments should prioritize policies that provide sustained financial support to families. Investing in affordable childcare, expanding access to paid parental leave, and making education and healthcare more affordable would have a more lasting impact on families' well-being. Global lessons, where financial inducements fall short. Numerous countries have experimented with cash incentives to boost birth rates with mixed results. Singapore, for example, has offered generous baby bonuses and tax rebates for decades, yet it continues to grapple with a low birth rate. The high cost of living, competitive education system, and demanding work culture are cited as more significant factors influencing family size. Similarly, Japan's efforts to incentivize childbirth through financial assistance have not yielded the desired results. Despite a comprehensive program offering monthly allowances for children, Japan's birth rate remains stubbornly low. Cultural factors, including changing gender roles and the normalization of smaller families, appear to be more influential than financial incentives. In some cases, financial incentives have even had unintended consequences. Hungary's policy of offering generous loans that are forgiven if couples have enough children has been criticized for disproportionately benefiting affluent families. Meanwhile, lower-income families, who may face greater financial barriers to parenthood, often struggle to meet the program's eligibility criteria. These examples highlight the limitations of financial incentives as a primary tool for influencing birth rates. They demonstrate that a complex interplay of economic, social, and cultural factors shape reproductive choices, and simply throwing money at the problem is unlikely to be effective. Section 4. Beyond cash supporting families, upholding choice. Instead of resorting to coercive or manipulative policies like cash for babies, governments should focus on creating a society that genuinely supports families and values children. This requires a multifaceted approach that prioritizes the well-being of both children and parents. Access to affordable, high-quality childcare is paramount. The high cost of childcare in many countries forces parents, particularly mothers, to choose between work and family. Expanding access to subsidized childcare would allow parents to remain in the workforce while ensuring their children receive quality care. Paid parental leave is another crucial policy that supports families. Providing both parents with adequate paid time off after the birth or adoption of a child allows for bonding, promotes gender equality in parenting, and reduces the financial strain of lost income. This leave should be available to all parents, regardless of employment status or family structure. Furthermore, investing in education and healthcare is essential for the well-being of children and families. Making education affordable and accessible from early childhood through higher education reduces the financial burden on families and fosters a more equitable society. Similarly, ensuring access to quality, affordable healthcare for all family members provides peace of mind and reduces financial stress. Section 5. Investing in a future that values children and parents. Ultimately, creating a society that supports families and values children requires a fundamental shift in perspective. It demands a move away from policies that treat women's bodies as instruments of demographic engineering and towards policies that empower women and families to make their own choices. Investing in social safety nets, such as affordable housing and accessible healthcare, creates a more secure environment for families. When people feel supported and valued by their communities, they are more likely to feel confident about raising children. Promoting flexible work arrangements and affordable childcare allows parents to balance work and family life without sacrificing economic security. This reduces the financial strain on families and enables parents to be more present and engaged in their children's lives. Creating a culture that values caregiving, both paid and unpaid, is also crucial. Recognizing and supporting the essential work that parents and caregivers do, both inside and outside the home, helps create a more just and equitable society. This includes providing adequate social support and recognition for those who care for children, the elderly, and those with disabilities. By focusing on holistic solutions that empower individuals, support families, and value children, we can create a future where parenthood is a choice, not a mandate, and where all families can thrive.